What's up, curious readers? I'm Jeff from Dev's Book Summaries, and today we are talking about a very, very good book, Restart. It's by one of my favorite authors, Gordon Korman. This author has written many best-selling books, and he's the number one best-selling author of two of the main books, Swindle and Slacker, as you can see on this page over here. This book was published by Scholastic, and it's a very recent book. It was released like around a year ago. So this book I finished reading a long time ago, but I read it again, and I just put up a summary of this, and I'm going to give it to you guys today, so I hope you enjoy. Chase Ambrose wakes up in the hospital bed, not remembering anything about his life. Chase had fallen off his house's roof and had gotten amnesia. He doesn't remember his mom, his dad, his friends, or the school he used to go to, or he doesn't even remember himself. The only thing Chase's memory caught up on is a little girl wearing a blue dress with a white lace. Nobody knows who that girl is. It's not his half-sister Helen, who, by the way, is terrified of Chase. On Chase's phone, he spots two boys on his home screen and the home screen background who Chase figures are his best friends. While Chase is recovering from his concussion and some other injuries, not many people know about his amnesia. Before the first day of school, Chase goes to an ice cream parlor where a girl, Shoshana Weber, dumped ice cream on Chase's head. Shoshana technically hates Chase because Chase ruined her family. Chase and his two buddies, Aaron and Bear, were bullies. People called them the Alpha, Gamma, and the Better Rats. The three had bullied Shoshana's brother so much, his parents sent her brother to a boarding school in a different town. The Alpha Rats barely got in trouble because Chase was an athletic star and his dad used to be one too. The one time they got in serious trouble was when the three planted cherry bombs in a piano during Joel's performance in a talent show. That's what got Chase and his buddies sentenced to community service, and Joel Weber, Shoshana's brother, moved out of town after that incident. Now that Chase is back at school with amnesia, his football buddies are worried if Chase will come back in time for football season, and other kids are worried if Chase will actually continue to bully them. Chase is being nice though, and is actually helping others instead of bullying them, which is shocking to everybody. His football buddies who are all bullies, and the other kids who used to be bullied by him. He was also nice to Brendan Espinoza, another kid who was bullied terribly by Chase. That day after school, Brendan had a crazy idea for a YouTube video. Nobody from the video club would join him because they thought he would die. That's why Brendan gathers courage and does the impossible. He asks Chase for help, knowing that he's actually being nice today. Brendan's idea was to go in a car wash on a tricycle. Chase agreed and filmed the video for Brendan. When it was published, Brendan showed it to the video club, and everyone was surprised when they realized that the man had actually asked Chase for help. And on top of that, Brendan invited Chase to the video club. When Chase comes into the club, the kids are scared, but Shoshana kept on making rude comments about him not being scared or terrified of him. Soon though, the kids start liking Chase and get used to hanging around him. Aaron and Bear are kinda mad that Chase is hanging out with the video losers. One afternoon, the two were going to Graybeard Motel when Chase asked what that is. Aaron says it's a place for old people in their community service for what they did to Joel and tell him the whole story. Chase feels angry and sad at what they did and goes for community service even though he doesn't have to. There, he is the only nice one helping out the other people. In one of the rooms, Chase notices a picture of the old guy being offered the Medal of Honor by the president. Chase tries to talk to the old guy, but the guy is very not in a talking mood and was being mean. In another one, the old lady in that room thinks the three are room service instead of community service and offers them money. Chase denies it, but Aaron and Bear snatch it from her hands. Chase always tries to talk to the Medal of Honor guy, whose name is Mr. Solway. After many failed attempts, Mr. Solway and Chase finally struck off and became good friends. In the video club, Shoshana is working on the National Video Journalism Contest and has to interview a senior citizen who has done something interesting. Chase suggests Mr. Solway and tells the club more about him. Everyone loves his suggestion, but Shoshana is completely mad that Chase is now going to be her partner in the contest. Mind-blowing. Back at home, Shoshana is also worried about how she will keep the secret that Chase is her partner. One evening, Chase goes to his dad's house for dinner when he learns that his dad had found a sports specialist who will tell him if he can go back on the field for the football season. Chase says that Dr. Cooperman, his old doctor, has already said no, but his dad says, "This doctor can give you a second opinion," and everyone agrees that you're fine. At Graybeard Modal, everyone is starting to like Chase, and even Shoshana and Chase are turning out to be good friends because of their video journalism contest partnership. One day, after making their visit at Mr. Solway's, they want to take a break, and Shoshana decides they go to Heavens of Ice, the ice cream parlor where she dumped ice on Chase's head. Chase looks worried, though Shoshana promises she won't dump anything on Chase. At the ice cream parlor, Shoshana's mom came there, and she is shocked to see Chase with her. Now remember, Shoshana hadn't told anyone in her family about Chase's partnership with her. Her mom dragged Shoshana into the car and calls Shoshana's dad home early too. After their long conversation, Shoshana and their parents come up to the conclusion that Chase is fine and they should bring back Joel to home. When Joel is back, he's kind of mad that the reason he was gone isn't even there anymore, but he was happy at the same time. At school, everyone was normal to him, except that Aaron and Bear were still the same mean, stupid bullies. At the video club, Joel was really shocked how everyone turned out to be Chase's fan, and also how much Chase himself had changed. After school that day, Chase had his appointment at the sports specialist who gave Chase the go to get on the football team. Because of school rules, Chase had to be in non-contact practice for 1 week, then 2 weeks of training before a game. By now, the video for the national contest was ready and edited. Around 2 days later, there was an assembly called in which the video titled Warrior was shown. When Chase and Shoshana's name came on the screen, Aaron and Bear were boiling mad. They decided that if Chase didn't remember who he was, they would make him remember. That afternoon, Brendan had another crazy idea for a YouTube video. He called it One Man Band. In that, he had Joel reserve the whole entire music room for the afternoon when he played For He's a Jolly Good Fellow on every instrument and edited all those videos to make it look like he played all of them at once. When he was taking the different recordings of playing, all of a sudden, Aaron and Bear came in when Brendan was on the tuba. Then, Aaron and Bear took a fire extinguisher and sprayed everyone in the room. Brendan was yelling to go get Chase, and Aaron says, "Get Chase? Ha! Who do you think sent us?" But still, someone gets Chase, and by the time Chase is there, Aaron and Bear are throwing instruments around the room like flying discs and javelin throw or something. When Chase gets there, he tries to snatch the fire extinguisher from Aaron and Bear's hands. That time, Joel, who was knocked down because of the instrument throwing and everything, stands up, and right then Chase yanks the fire extinguisher out of Aaron's hands, and he accidentally hits Joel on the head. After all this commotion, some teachers came in, they cleared everything up, and then Chase, Aaron, and Bear were sent to the principal's office. The Aaron and Bear lie about what happened, and they practically force Chase to agree with them. And when after all this happens, Chase was picked up early from school, and Chase was very sad about what happened. Then one day, even though the video warrior was made, Shoshana and Chase, they still went to visit who do we call it? Mr. Solway. Because they still visit Mr. Solway, one day they find that his Medal of Honor's case was empty. When they find that out, Chase thinks someone might have stolen it because there has to be a reason that it's really back hidden. And when he blames Aaron and Bear for stealing the Medal of Honor because he thought of their greedy hands snatching the money out of the old lady who gave them money like back in the book. So thinking of that, he blames Aaron and Bear for the Medal of Honor stealing. That's when Aaron and Bear really think that this guy had got amnesia, and they say that, bro, you really do have amnesia. It wasn't us who jocked the medal. You did it. And that's when Chase was super boiling mad. He ran home really early from football practice, and he just decided that he needed some time alone. So he goes back out to the most terrifying place for him, the roof. He goes back and sits on top of the roof, and then he finally spots a painting when he was on top of the roof. He spots a painting over there that was actually the girl in the blue dress and the white lace. Chase is shocked and he's like, okay, I think I remember this because this is the last thing I saw before I fell. And Chase has fallen down because he was actually going to the top of the roof to actually hide the medal beside the chimney. So there he finds the Medal of Honor and realizes that he fell down laughing at this neighbor of his who was working out in some kind of a jumpsuit or something. Back then, Chase was really mean and he had to laugh at everyone else. So when he was laughing, he actually just fell down from the roof. And because of this, Chase had gotten amnesia. Chase was really mad and he decided to return the medal. But before he could go there, his mom caught him sneaking down from the window, and Chase had also gotten a text from Brendan, who while looking at the school's camera, found out that Chase was innocent because the video of the one-man band had survived. After this, Chase ignores that text and says that he'll be there later, and then he just runs towards Mr. Solway's, towards the Greybeard Motel. Over there, Aaron and Bear know that he's gonna go there, so they go over there and they create a ruckus outside Mr. Solway's room. Then after all this happened, one of those nurses or someone at the receptionist for the Greybeard Motel calls the police. Chase is taken home and everyone is separated. But by that time, Shoshana, Joel, and every other person of the video club had seen that Chase was innocent. Chase was due for a court trial in front of a judge to prove his innocence about the stealing Mr. Solway's medal and all of that stuff. So in his trial, he actually gets some more memories back. So Chase's amnesia is actually curing slowly. So at the place with the judge, the courtroom was full of people. Chase was shocked to see that so many people were there to see him sentenced to juvenile hall or something. That's when he actually realizes that all those people were there to actually support him. And Chase actually turns out to win the trial because Mr. Solway jumps in at the last second and says that he had actually loaned the medal to Chase. Now all of this seemed very surprising to Chase, but obviously Mr. Solway was lying about it. But still Mr. Solway just said that and the judge had to agree, saying that now because everyone is supporting you, I am letting you go, but Chase, don't prove me wrong. Saying that, the judge leaves Chase alone and doesn't send him or sentence him to anything. Now Chase is fine, and the video club actually likes him because they finally found out his innocence. Chase is back on the football team and he scores like 3 touchdowns or something in his first game back in the season. And then, because of Chase's change, all the jocks, that's all the athletes for the middle school, had changed and they were actually being nice to everyone else, and everyone liked the football team, the athletes, and they were also actually being friends with them. The only two outcasts were Aaron and Bear, who were still their same Nindertal selves. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching that video. I just gave you like a little part of the book because this book, as you can see, it's not that big, but it's very detailed and very good. So it's really hard to cut short parts of this, so I just gave you the main gist of the whole book. So if you really want to know everything about this book, you might want to go buy it, and I'll put up some kind of link to buy it in the description below. So make sure you check that out. And also, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and you like my videos, and share it with everyone you know. So that was it for a restart, and keep reading, keep improving. Bye bye.